But I mean, by the time we got to that last kind of slew of tours we did in Lincoln, we famously made it onto the pub watch meetings. We were a topic. Our band was a fucking topic on the pub watch meetings because of the numbers.
Yeah. Yeah, well, because of the numbers and
the demographic.
The people that we even got fucking banned from the Lincoln Inn. How bad can that be?
Did we get banned from the Lincoln Inn?
They wouldn't let us play. They wouldn't let us play because we because of Notoriety.
Oh right, I remember because when we were putting together, because we did like a tour, didn't we, which was kind of designed to sort of furnish the colourful layers of the Lincoln, wasn't it?
Yes,
we did.
You got away with it.
We did all the lad pubs, didn't we? Like the proper rough and tumbler, fucking,
which I fucking loved. Given I had like £400 worth of equipment in front of me, and everyone was just fucking spilling beer everywhere.
Yeah, but the love though, them people were just so committed to what we were doing, and the message in the songs, and I don't want to get into any more sad news, but some of those guys that loved us aren't here now, but those tours and those gigs were like. And we put that together ourselves, didn't we? And we did was it a March time? We did every weekend, didn't we?
Yeah.
We did 2 or 3 gigs every weekend in that March, and we went to all the kind of, what you're playing there? Fucking hell, you're joking, aren't you? No, it's going to go off. It'll be great.
Yeah, and it did.
Yeah, it did. Absolutely.
Yeah. And it's funny because we played decent play. We not that these places weren't decent, but we played places that were on the map almost. Didn't we?
Of course. Yeah, with prestige for that.
Yeah. And those gigs I enjoyed. But not as much as the gigs when it all went off and it was in a place in Lincoln. So it was colourful, wasn't it?
So do you reckon you've got that? How do you feel then?
I know I have.
Oh fucking! I can't wait to listen to
I've
that.
definitely got it, and I will find it. I'm not great with technology, but I'll find it and see what I can do. And
well, even if you found a CD, I can probably find a way to get it, digitised and what have you.
I've definitely got it because it's obviously Lewis is on it. Lewis played on it.
Yeah.
And his guitar playing.
Yeah, classy man.
Is class. Yeah.
He's got that. I was saying in the message the other day, and I noticed this. I mean, Lewis, as you mentioned, that we were in a couple of iterations of different bands before we got. What were we called at first?
We were called.
Did we become Shine?
We were called The Main. The main,
yes.
Because I remember it.
I know where you're
going to say that.
I know where you're going. Go on.
We played that Battle of the Bands in Dunholm, and we fucking smashed it. We played 3 songs, but it was about 4 or 5 bands. I think we were way better.
And the room knew it. Didn't they?
Everyone went
off,
it.
didn't it?
And yeah, it did. It was really good. And the judge got up at the end and he said, "Well, I liked it." But this is what I'm going to say. I'm hearing the Main. I'm getting Main Road. I'm thinking Oasis. And I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. What? So what? We sound like the biggest band of the time. What's wrong with that? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He fucking stiff. I'll never forget that.
Yeah. And this stands for any band and any kind of pigeonholing or whatever, In that sense, young bands on a stage in a local village hall, if you manage to get the room on the feet, and there's electric, you get to the point where there's a thing that's happening.
Yeah, you can feel it.
Whether or not you're kind of imitating or you're kind of, clearly in that lineage, if it's good enough, if this band is tight enough, we're not trying to win the fucking Eurovision Song Contest. It's like, who lit this room on fire?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I guess that's part of the, you've got to take those knocks and you've got to take that on board and you get fucking hell, are we? I never thought that. The Main, I just liked it. The main thing, the main road.
It never came from that. It was, but it pissed me off. But I think then we changed our name. After that, there probably was another iteration of the band with someone left and someone came in or whatever. But then we became Time Rise. And Time Rise was the name we got from the dictionary thing. And I'd forgotten all this.
Was that around the time I lived with you?
I think it probably it was a bit before that. I think a bit before that. You came and lived on hedonistic summer, didn't you?